block. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Fire up the Hive Tyrant. Go to combat. And then buff plus buff. And then everybody swings. And I think we have it. Because they have to put 2 blocks on Hive. Well, I guess they could let the Caretaker through. Good game, opponent. We had the Runo to pick up the Huntmaster as well. Caretaker getting it done. Greetings, all my happy friends, and welcome back to the MTG Struggle Bus, where I struggle more playing Magic so you can struggle so much less. We are at it again, this time continuing our journey exploring Runo Stromkirk. It's one of the cards that looks like you guys enjoy a lot, so I'm going to keep making the hard decisions, trying to expand in all the different decks that Runo will work to find out which ones do and which ones don't. This time, we're trying Sultai, so keeping the blue-black aspect of Runo, but trying to dabble in green. This is a less control-y deck, kind of a little more mid-rangey. So let's dive into it, right? Mana base, it felt pretty good for most of the games. I think you could do 1 or 2 tweaks and things like that, but overall I enjoyed it. 1 Lajara Mirror Lake for an additional copy effect, because you guys know I like my Caretakers and my Huntmasters. For we're running Dreamwood Cascades. Actually, you know what? You guys can just look at it right there. Now, we're running 3 Blood Chiefs Thirst. That way we have some early removal that could also kind of scale up in the late game. We're running 4 Dig Ups. I like this card. This card allows us to get a land drop early, but then later in the game, it can act as our tutor to grab one of our win cons or whatever we may need silver bullets for that. And that's why we have a couple of 1-ofs in the deck that we can kind of mix and match with Dig Up later on. We're running 3 Savage Denials. I like this card. One of the benefits of kind of playing the Sultai mix, right? Where it could be a removal spell if we have a bigger creature on the board, or it could be a counter spell if we're going up against counter deck or control decks, right? So I like the flexibility of this card, even though it's not absolutely amazing. I like the fact that it's not a dead card in either matchup. We're running 3 Meathook Massacres and then 3 Old Stick Fingers, which is going to be our way to fill up our void, our graveyard. We don't have too many creatures in the deck because we want more hits with Stick Fingers. Typically, we want to try to play him on turn 4, so that way we could get 2 strong things in the graveyard. 2 Glasspool Mimics, that way we have the ability to play extra lands if we need to, but later in the game, it could be a copy of our Huntmaster or a copy of Caretaker. A little bit of a nombo with Koma, but it is what it is. We're running, of course, 3 Runo Stromkirks in this deck because I feel like 4 was just a little too much in testing. Runo's a 1/4 Vampire Cleric for 1 blue-black, flying, and then when Runo Stromkirk enters the battlefield, put up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. It doesn't have to, it could be any creature you want. So there's a little bit, not really card advantage, but kind of extended, like you can keep kind of drawing your gas that your opponent's trying so hard to keep off the board. But at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If it's a creature card with mana value 6 or greater is revealed this way, transform Runo Stromkirk into Krothos, Lord of the Deep. Long story short, he becomes a 3/5 flyer that when he attacks, you get to copy a creature that's attacking with him. That creature is also tapped and attacking. We have quite a few legendary creatures in the deck, so it's not like completely busted in this deck. But honestly, in a lot of my playtesting, unless you could do this, you get this off for 1 turn before Runo dies. If that. Most of the time, he doesn't even flip. So I'm not catering too much to that effect anymore. But he can't copy a Huntmaster, can't copy a Gelatinous Cube, can't copy a Caretaker. So there's that cube being a really solid one because of the fact that it does get a blocker out of the way, so higher chances of them staying alive. But Stick Figures, Toski, and Koma, they all die. We're running that's the 3s, and the 4s we're running a Toski Bearer of Secrets as a way to kind of get around a little bit of of stalled board state, we're able to start drawing some cards one way or another. Once again, I don't think it's completely busted in this deck, so that's why it's only one of. Running Gelatinous Cube because it's a creature that we can get back and be pseudo removal, right? We could play it, kill our opponent's creature, and if they kill Gelatinous Cube, we could essentially bring it back with either our Recursion or with Runo. We're running 3 Behold the Multiverses, something else for us to do on turn 2 that we can later cash in to get deeper into our deck. We're running 2 Shadows Verdicts to complement our Meat Hooks. I like the fact that this just gets rid of 3 cost units, period, regardless of the size. Sometimes I felt Meat Hook gets a little clunky when our opponent is able to kind of bring their creatures up higher than what we have the mana for. And yeah, there's a little bit of a nombo because it does exile our graveyard, right? So we get rid of our stick figures and our stick fingers. I don't know why that word's so hard. And Stromkirk and Runos, but I think it's kind of worth, the juice is worth the squeeze. We're running 2 Diregraph Rebirths because it's a backup plan to Runo. If we don't have Runo and we have stick fingers, that ends up milling like our Huntmaster, our Koma, we can put it back on the battlefield for a huge discount with Rebirth. And then finally our top end, our payoff. So of note, we only have 6 that flip Runo. So that's another thing. It's going to be difficult to flip Runo on his own. We really have to set it up. We're running 2 Komas, 2 Tovolar Huntmasters, and 2 Avabret Caretakers because, you know, I love that card. So essentially, Koma just being a big beater and finisher, it's very difficult to deal with. Huntmaster, a way to put multiple creatures on the battlefield in one shot. And then Caretaker, a way to be very difficult for Control to deal with. Finally, I want to give a shout out to one of our latest members on the Struggle Bus, James Ferguson. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. You rock. But, happy friends, that is the deck. So without further ado, let's find out if Runo works in a Sultai shall we? Alright. We have our colors and then 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we'll keep this. We shall keep this, my friends. Go black, blue, black, green, I think. Go ahead and foretell. Easy enough. We're not too worried about that. We get a chance to play Toski. So let's go ahead and tap our pool. We'll go ahead and kill Jacob. And then next turn when they leave up their counter magic, we can go find a land here. I think we can hold 2, 3, 4. What do we do after that? We have multiverse. Yeah, I think we can hold on dig up just for right now. You know, all right, they're missing their land drop. That bodes well for us. Let's get our second black going, and we'll toss key here. And then we have the ability to Stromkirk as well as Behold next turn. Fortunate Behold won't let us kind of set up our draws, so to speak. Oh, all right. Well, let's have them bounce our Toski first, and then we'll take it from there. Divide resolves. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we don't need to pop off on the Behold just yet. Let me see again. What do we got? 1 green. So yeah, let's go ahead and make this our second green, and we'll just play Toski again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can dig up now since we have the Koma in hand. And let's just get an island. And we'll send it back. And that way we just need 1 more land. We could drop Koma, right? And should they do something, we can Runo. I think they're, I mean, obviously they could just leave up a Fading Hope. They could still Environmental Science, go grab another land, lead up Fading Hope, and then it stops, you know, the Toski shenanigans for sure. It looks like that's what our opponent's going to end up doing. Can't really do much about that, unfortunately, but that's all right. Interesting. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, sure. Might as well. I think that's better than Runo. So they're going to bounce her Toski. No surprise there. Yep, there's the Fading Hope. Brook comes down. Interesting to see what they're running for Stonebinder's combo. So hopefully we can draw one of our counter spells to keep our Caretaker. If not, then once again we just place Runo and put it back on the top of our deck. Is it fair? Okay.
Someone call for a hero.
Barry's going to untap a land. The Hexproof does a decent job of negating that.
I've got some time tinkering to do.
So, oh nice. Well then let's just Koma here. Free combat, no pause. Put down Koma. Attack the fairy. And once again, if this is a board wipe, it's a board wipe. Whatever you gotta do, right? We can potentially draw a bunch of cards next turn. We'll see what our opponent does. We drew, now we can give Koma indestructible, so it has to be a specific board wipe. Portable hole. Okay, we'll wait till they target. And our opponent scoops it up. Nice. Good start. Good start. Alright, well, we have lands and removal and a blocker, so I think we're going to go ahead and keep this one. Though I definitely could see the potential issues with it depending on how aggressive our opponent gets. Champion of the Parish. Yeah, that's pretty aggressive. Let's go ahead and just deal with that right now before any additional shenanigans happen. Don't think we're gonna go look for a land just yet. Another champion. That's a little on the rough side. I'm gonna need one of our board wipes quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's see here. Can't even dig up if we wanted to. Let's just get all our colors online for next turn just in case. At least Runo will be able to block for a couple turns. Drawing both caretakers is not ideal. It's a good draw for our opponent. I think we definitely need to get a blocker down. So next turn we can go dig up our oh, that's so funny. I just realized the pun on that. We can go dig up our board wipe. Probably gonna go ahead and grab the exile effect. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a little bit safer than potentially wiping the board. We'll use Runo to block champion next turn when he's a little bit bigger. Hopefully our opponent continues to dump their hand. Decline to reveal. It is a little awkward, but I guess we could play this like it's definitely going to throw off our curve a little bit. Let's see here. Go here. And we will cleave. And then meat hook. Let's see. We could meat hook for 3. That's obviously not going to be enough. And we just need to exile. So let's go ahead and grab... where are you at? I just missed you. There, Shadow's Verdict. And no attacks because we're just going to chump block here. Problem is, obviously, chump blocking means that they know something's coming, but hopefully they won't attack with Jadar. So we're going to be taking 5 here, potentially more. Oh, alright. Okay, I was going to say. Block as much damage as possible. Now, if they do have the counter spell here, we're just kind of done, but there's really not much we can do. And it is awkward, the Hive of the Eye Tyrant, because it's not going to allow us to play a 3-drop. Let's go. Ball, alright. Well, that is a little awkward. Unfortunately. But guess we gotta do what we gotta do. If they have a board wipe, they have a board wipe. There's really nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Alright, cool. And we got the untapped land, so we can go Caretaker into Caretaker. And that could potentially outrun them. Like the exile effect shuts off the crawl. Necroduality, okay. Alright, and now these are going to start to get themselves bigger, which we like that. Let's go ahead and play our tap land. Play our mayor, sorry, throwback. They pump each other, get in for 6. And hopefully now we can start to turn the corner. Our opponent's been stuck on 1 black source. I mean, I'm definitely not going to ignore that. Wonder if we should fire up the Hive. I think we will, just to get rid of the crawl. I think that's kind of worth it over potentially stick fingers here. You think getting back like the priest, they could double block, but we do exile it. And we can give it some counters. I think we're just going to do that. Let's go ahead and fire this up. Play, and we could still end up playing stick figures for 1. Let's trigger, and you know what? Let's make this guy pretty big as well. Pump here, kind of spread the counters around. And let's go. We'll eat the last card. Opponent's good. They're gonna do some chump blocking. Okay. Now we could potentially be taking 5 on the crackback, so I think we're gonna go ahead and just stick fingers for 1, just in case they blow up. Champion gets huge. We still have a chump blocker, right? I feel like this bodes pretty well for us. We could have also passed the turn to flip our Caretakers. I wonder if that was worth it. I don't think so, though. Okay. Taking, yeah, so I was definitely right to play something for sure. It's pretty scary. We decided not to attack. That bodes quite well for us. So do we send in the land to keep our Caretakers back? Right? Because here they trade. I'm not exactly thrilled about that. Let's go ahead and just do that, I think. Go to combat, and we'll put... Let's see... I think we just put both here, because we can double block if we need to. Yeah, and this forces a block from our opponent. I like this. This is a little conservative for sure, but they've got 1 card left in hand. Maybe I should have attacked with everything, actually. Yeah, maybe I probably could have done that a little bit better. Maybe I should have put, maybe I should put a set of counters here on the Caretaker, and then they would have been able to attack through the parish. So that may have been a conservative block, or attack. Feels so good having double Caretakers. Yep, that resolves. I think we're still good to A space here. Do we die on the crackback? I don't think so. Okay. Ah, double spell. Okay, smart. Good job, opponent. So that's good. Getting Runo. So we could just gum up the board and attack in the air. fire up the hive, attack again. They're forced to block. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Fire up the hive tyrant. Go to combat. And then buff plus buff. And then everybody swings. And I think we have it. Because they have to put 2 blocks on hive. Well, I guess they could let the caretaker through. Good game, opponent. We had the Runo to pick up the Huntmaster as well. Caretaker getting it done. Well, this is all of our top end, so that's definitely not going to work. Let's go ahead and ship it. Man, we're going first, so we're asking quite a bit of Behold the Multiverse, but, I mean, I think we keep this instead of going down. And let's talk, let's see. Green. We need a blue. So I think we go ahead and tuck our Shipwreck. I think this is correct. We probably could easily tuck the Dig Up as well. Let's hold on that. We'll just play Hive here and send it back. Behold puts us in a bit of a predicament, but I do want to keep some kind of gas in our hand just in case. Alright, mono green, they say. Let's go ahead and get our... That is blue. We only... Yeah. I think it's fine. We have green here as well if we need to. We'll go ahead and foretell. So we're going to ask quite a bit of our sweepers here, but that's why we got the deck the way we got it. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the party deck, I guess, is the operable term, I guess. We'll send it back to our opponent. We'll go digging. Oh, this is kind of pretty decent. Behold the Multiverse into Dig Up. Probably still gonna end up being for Verdict, I would think. Just be able to stabilize the board. Finn, Warrior. Okay, so Warrior is a Wizard. Fair. So he gets Death Touch. That's super cool. I like what they got going on here. So we're on a fairly quick clock. So I definitely think we're going to be digging up for some gas. Old Stick Fingers will allow us to block. Gas Pool mimics a land, but we have 2 of those. So let's bottom that. And let's play Stick Figures. Oh, alright. Well, perfect. Then we'll just go ahead and Stick Fingers here instead of Verdict. Perfect. Let's go ahead and Stick Fingers for 2. Obviously, we'd have liked a little bit more, but Stick Fingers and our Caretaker. Fair. So maybe we could cut off the Orator from attacking. We could dig up for our homie, Runo, right? And get that ball rolling. Nice, nice. I like what our opponent's got going on here. Probably actually still gonna block here to save us some... Yeah, like, I mean, it's not the best, but we buy ourselves quite a bit of time here if we do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Denial, you say. Yeah, I really don't want to take 3, right? That's 6, that puts us within range of dying. So let's just Verdict here. And force our opponent to spit out another Fang Bear. Which could be completely plausible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go Dig Up plus Leave Up Decisive Denial. Okay. We don't die to that. I like the Seraph. That was definitely a card I was brewing with. Let's see here. Yeah, we definitely have enough to do both. So let's Dig Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So do we grab Meat Hook or do we go for like our shenanigans with Runo, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we're a control deck, so let's just grab Meat Hook and we'll save it. We're mid-range and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could play Koma. Koma Kai. Alright, that's a little annoying. I feel like we're still going to... Oh, interesting. 1, 2... Alright. So now we're definitely going to Massacre then. Because they made that pretty... Like, I mean, we're low. So we're going to need... Wait, why didn't I counter that? Oh, no. I was so busy talking to you guys, I didn't even realize we could counter that. Oh, man. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. Wait, what? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. What am I missing? Oh, because of her. Oh, no. Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. That's really bad. I messed up so bad with that denial. So bad. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even pay attention. I was on autopilot. Like, I even said to leave up the denial. Oh, man. Are we going to get punished here? So we can't tap down Redain. So we're going to take 4, potentially. Hopefully it doesn't kill us. We have the denial for Koma to fight. No, we don't. She's never going to tap out. Oh, that's super awkward. That is super awkward, actually. We're gonna gain a little bit of life thanks to Meat Hook. Oh my gosh. Redain, always doing so much work, man. They're gonna pump again. Yep. Math checks out. Interesting. Okay. See where they're slapping this on. We'll tap her. Yeah, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, this is so bad for us. That one turn ruined it. So we can give it indestructible, then fight. And this, oh my gosh. All right, so let's just do, and then what? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. How does this work? Cost 4 greater, cost 2 more. So 1, 2, 4, then we could do it for 4. They only, I don't know how we, all right, let's just see what happens. So activate. Sacrifice this guy. Right? Then Savage here to here. And then do this for 1, 2, 2. Oh my gosh. Can we do it for 3? 1, 2, 3. I think that keeps it on the threshold, right? It doesn't. Oh my gosh. So do it for 2, and then we could still... Okay. Do it for 2. And then we can tap her down. I guess we attack, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. Alright. So we're not dead. We're not dead. That's the important thing. We have a denial to kill the Redain. Nice. So we're still not dead. No. Still not dead. Tap. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, derp. Alright, they got it. Oh man, how huge was that punt? How huge was that punt? We're going first. Our land's all coming to play tapped, unfortunately, but we do have some interaction, so I think we keep this one. See if it will get us there. Go here, so we have access to Blood Chief's Thirst if we need to. Alright, aggressive deck, so I guess we have to be prepared to meat hook on two. Or for one, rather. I think we keep the Blood Chief's Thirst for something a little bit bigger. Let's see if they play the one. Oh, they play the two, so we can't fire that off. We could play... old Stick Fingers. We may get lucky and mill something good to get back with Rebirth. Runo, not horrible, but we would have liked like our Storm. Huntmaster, sorry. Huntmaster. I was thinking Stromkirk is why I said that. So let's see here. Chances are we could potentially meat hook for two here. We'll see what our opponent does. I'm not sure if we take the meat hook for two or not. We may Blood Chief's Thirst something just to kind of, you know, maybe kind of give it up, right? If we could time it correctly, we may be able to Rebirth for two. That would be sweet. That's why I typically like firing them off on turn 3, but I didn't want to give our opponent a free swing into us. They're in the tank trying to figure out what we did. I hope that feels desperate enough where they feel the need to, like, push, you know, push the pedal to the metal. Play, like, 2-1 drops here or something. Hazard. It's not great. Play another 2-drop. Ooh, Runo's nice, actually. Runo is nice because Runo actually lets us gum up the board. Do we tuck the other Runo? We have... Yeah, why not? Let's tuck it. Because then we'll have... Like, this one will chump block, right? They'll burn a removal spell to get them off the board. We play our Swamp. Play our Massacre, right? And then we have another Runo to, like, block. Come on, commit just a little bit more. I feel pretty safe that a meat hook for 3 will get the job done. Okay. Alright, so punished. Fair enough. You got me. So we got meat hook for at least 2. Yeah, alright, fair. Well done, opponent. Well done. And we're still going to take 2 from those guys. So I got greedy and they played it well. Oh, that's sweet. I didn't realize that interaction. Wow, that was actually pretty good. So we can Runo, not tucking the other Runo, and then Blood Chief. Man, how good would it have been if we could have done that and then played like a Huntmaster. Burn down the house. Nice. Nice. Holy cow. Verdict. Yep. I think that's the cleanest way we could have done that, right? We didn't get any life back, but... Let's Runo for no value. And then we have blue, so let's just play black. Maybe they kill Runo. We'll hold what we got. So double burn spell, most likely. Alright, come on. I like that. That was cool. Heated debate. Nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still need to draw land. So I think we just go grab the Huntmaster. Our opponent scoops it up. Opponent goes first. We unfortunately don't have... We're putting a lot of weight on these me-hooks, and we're missing our second black source. Think I'm gonna go ahead and ship this. Doesn't quite feel like where we want to be. Okay. Let's tuck the Rebirth. And probably gonna go ahead and play the Mimic. We have our 1 blue. Let's get our green and we'll go ahead and foretell. Then next turn we'll be able to dig up for our 4th land plus behold. Ooh, giants. I like that. So let's see here. Yeah, I guess let's just play our tap land here and we could still behold next turn. We could leave up denial if something crazy happens, right? See what this is. Land. I think we keep that. I like hitting my land drops. You guys know that. Runo. Alright, Runo's not bad. So, there's a good chance they're gonna kill our stick fingers, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and wait. Because there's no point in playing stick fingers for 2. Though I guess we could Runo plus denial, right? Yeah, and then we could leave up protection for Runo. Toski. Not great. I would have definitely liked to be able to flip one of our big cards, right? And now it makes Verdict a little bit less great. Fair enough. Free, as it is. Runo bringing Toski back? Could also Runo bringing Stick Fingers back, but I like drawing cards. Can also just simply fire up the Dig Up for Koma, right? Let's see, green, blue, blue, green, get our double black going. Could Verdict as well, but let's just Runo. That won't flip it though. Yeah, let's Runo for Toski. Opponent gonna ride this E-Guard to victory. Let's see what they got going on here. Divide by 0. Let's go ahead and counter that. Not giving them the card plus tempo, right? So I wonder if Stick Fingers is better here than Toski. I think so. Because now we could play him for 4, right? And he's going to be pretty big. It makes our Shadow's Verdict a lot worse. But Let's see here. Toski would have been nice to draw a card, but... So this is a bounce. Could also just throw him for a loop and not play it. Blue. I guess we just go green. Keep this back. And play this for 4. No pause. I think I still wait. And now we can dig up for our reanimation. Interesting. It's nice coming up with another, like, we don't know what they got going on. Alright, so this guy pings us, right? We get your upkeep. Oh, yes! Reveal! We did it! We did it! Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No! Unlucky, dude. Let's see here. So we can dig up for a land. We could dig up for... Oh, Mimic, maybe? I don't know. Let's just attack for 6. That's so funny. I mean, we could ship that. No. We'll just start getting in there. I don't know what to do. Both of our creatures are legendary. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Well, Rebirth, Mimic. I guess we just grab Counter Magic. Yeah, I mean, at this point, let's not get too crazy, right? Where is it? I just had it. We'll grab Decisive Denial at this point. Like, I'm gonna play it safe. Oh, I should have grabbed the land. Then we could have landed Koma. Burp. 1, 2, 3, 5. Another one. Okay, fair. So that's why they were so eager to block. Squash. We'll deny that. Oh, we can actually just have our guy fight. I think that's actually... No, we want to save our dude and put a lot of pressure on them. Yeah, we'll just counter that. I like what they got going on, though. And they scoop it up. Alright. Alright, has all our colors. We have some counter magic, some combo pieces, so I think we keep this one. See what our opponent decides to do. Maybe try to leave up Denial next turn. Murica. Fair. Alright, well, never mind. That changes plans. Just go ahead and foretell. I'm probably going to hold on Runo. Play, like, Caretaker, let him kill that, and then play Runo. Well, shoot. Opponent slow rolling us. We weren't going to get it to flip either, which is ironic, but that's fine. We'll leave up Behold plus Denial. We'll see what they end up doing. I actually think we just keep the Denial for when they try to combo off, honestly. So let's look for Land Mimic. Won't need Meat Hook. Mimic might be a consideration with Caretaker, right? Got Verdict, which isn't going to do much for us either. And we could play Runo into this, right? Could have just played that as a land as well. Problem with Runo, they may, if this is a windfall, they could go off next turn. So I think we just hold here. We gotta discard a card. Let's discard Huntmaster, because we can get it back. So yeah, I think let's keep this in hand, make it look like we need a land, right? So tap, dig up, go grab our 6th land. Fortunate, that means we can't play Runo to tuck the Huntmaster, but we can do that next turn. Grab a land, play it and then hold. We're giving him plenty of time, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They didn't pop the... Man, this is really tough. Let's play Runo. Tuck, and then we'll tuck the big guy. Leave up Decisive Denial, unless they're going to try to eat our graveyard right now. Interesting that they just haven't done anything, right? Like, I would like to land the Caretaker, because that's very difficult for this deck to deal with. Very difficult, if at all. But it also doesn't... It can be countered, so... If I had to take a stab at what they're going to do, they're probably going to go ahead and bounce Runo. Fading Hope, that resolves. What I want to do is try to go Caretaker Mimic, right? And I wonder if we should have just fired it off. Like, maybe they're not running any counter magic. Right? They topped, though, is my issue. Whatever. We can Runo again. It's risky, but why didn't they divide by 0? Fair. Let's see. So we discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to have to discard. I guess we just play it. I mean, there is... I guess it would have given us reason to Runo. Teachings. Okay. So they don't have it, or are they looking for the Galvanic Iteration, right? Maybe these are Demon Bolts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could be Demon Bolts. Alright, fair enough. So I'm just gonna keep getting punished, I guess. Because obviously now if they go off, right, we feel silly. Teachings again. And then their hand is all full. So they just kept all the bounce. We do have 2 Decisive Denials, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully we could draw land. We do not. That is unfortunate for us. I feel like they're going to go off this turn. Gosh, this is so awkward. We could try to Rebirth, right? And that still lets us leave 2 up. It's not the worst. And then at least if they have something, we have 2 wolves remaining. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what they're doing. I'm going to Runo, but I'm not going to tuck. And that leaves us 2 denials. I don't know what the correct play is here, honestly. It's kind of gone. It's beyond my Fading Hope. Yep. I mean, they've drawn a preposterous amount of cards, no doubt about it. And that's the trick, right? They're being able, yeah, they're gonna go off for like a big combo. So like at this point now, I feel like these Decisive Denials should have been whatever the Teachings, the Exile effects, but whatever. All right, here we go. That helps a little bit. Mm-hmm. Oh no, actually they have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they have enough. That resolves. That resolves and we're just stuck like Chuck, unfortunately. Them having all the divides is pretty good. We've drawn a decent part of the deck. It's not too surprising, right? Exhibition, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and still leave up Savage Denial. So there's that. I mean, Verdict. Yeah, I think Denial's fine. Or, Massacre. Sure. We'll just denial that. 1, 2, 3, and then they don't have enough to play their things. So that works out. They either get 1 turn or they don't get any. So, I mean, they could obviously windfall and draw more cards. Now they know we have it and they can play around it, but I think overall, right? Oh, I guess they could take, yeah, because these are both Epiphanies. So they're going to, like, wait till next turn. They can Epiphany here for 1 extra turn. Then on that extra turn, they take 2 more. Fair. We stuck one. We stuck one, chat. Oh, man. One, two, three. Yeah. Alright, at least we figured out what that was. We'll just rebirth. Or we can Stromkirk, actually. Interesting. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then Runo, but then shields are down, right? So we'll just counter it. I mean, they got plenty of cards in hand, right? We've identified that. Alright, so let's go here. Get back her. And we could Stromkirk, tucking the Tovolar, the Huntmaster, right? I guess that's not horrible. It forces our opponent's hand. We're also giving up the fact that they don't have anything, right? They got a bunch of cards. They could have it. But I think we have to try to be somewhat proactive. I feel like Yellow One's an Epiphany, because they were going to try to go off with the Galvanic Iteration, right? Fading Hope. Sweet. Alright, so they don't have a board wipe. That's good for us. They bottom. Right, and we just start kind of slowly generating value, looping stuff with Runo. They need to do something here, or our flip. Okay. So now we can me-hook for 1. Iteration. So this is a windfall. Oh, they had enough for the Epiphany. Okay. Fair. We don't die here. And we'll just me-hook for 1. Then again, they could have another one, right? Take another turn. Another Revelry, okay. So we're taking 8, right? Yeah. So we're taking 8, falling to 12. We can Meathook Massacre to put us back up 6. So we mitigate half that. Okay, they're digging. We could have been a little more conservative with the Nile, right? Because they were also tapping out for it. And maybe that would have been correct. Maybe I could have been a little more conservative with that denial. at the end of the after all. Okay, we'll take our 8 and like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they have all the mana, so they're gonna do lots of things here. Did we ever see the third? 1, 2, 3. So they still have a divide by 0 somewhere in there. They could also hit us for. All right, there's the. Yep. They pitch the Fading Hope. Interesting. So they feel like they've got it at this point. I feel like they're looking for the other iteration. Yeah, I don't know. I guess because they were tapping out, our Mihawk was gonna be safe. We just, I don't know. I've played it. It was so weird. I guess that turn was really the change of pace there, because I was willing to be conservative the rest of the game. Or you know, and then that turn. Yeah, there's a next turn. So are we dead now? Let's see. This is 12 damage we're taking. We could be dead. Could be dead. Yeah, they got it. We'll just give it to them. They got it at that point because they could just keep bouncing our meat hooks. Well, friends, that was my version of Sultai mid-range, and yeah, I'll be honest with you, I think it's a 2. It felt a little too clunky for me. It just, like, I think we need a little more early interaction, or things just weren't quite lining up. I'm not 100% sure. I think we could definitely refine the deck for sure down this path. I really do. I think Runo really shines in a Sultai. A Sultai, or correction, I'm sorry, Grixis shell. It was just the first iteration that we did, so I'm trying to expand on that. Obviously, those that are following the channel know. But yeah, I think this deck's a 2. Green, just, even though I like some utility, I think Dig Up is great. Right, and Old Stick Fingers is a really good job of like putting things in the graveyard. Even then, we still had some bad luck sometimes putting other stick fingers and Runos in there, but it is what it is. Once again, I think the non-bow of Shadow's Verdict, wiping our board or our graveyard, wasn't really a big deal. I don't think it really came into play all that often. I do like the fact that it just kind of guarantees, regardless how big things get, with us not having ramp, that we can clear the board. But yeah, I think the deck's a 2. Let me know if you guys have some ways that you want to tweak it and stuff, and maybe we'll revisit this deck in the future. But of course, that's why we're on the struggle bus, right? So that way I find out all the hard answers to hard questions, so that way you guys can save your wild cards. But that will do it for me this time. So as always, happy gaming, guys.